Hey now. Better go see. To us ne'er-do-wells!
Sorry, no target. No target, Commander. Don't tease me.
Let me know when you need a distraction.
Sharp enough. Hostiles near. Enemy spotted.
Ready to wait. On your command.
Find my next victim. I mean, the hostiles about.
Taking cover.
Hey, got a distraction.
Target.
Over here.
Fine. This might sting.
Suspect me.
Disruptive influences. Restoring the battle. Replenishing my firearms.
Guns cocked and loaded. Just hit the signal.
Praetor!
You lot could've hit the wrong side of a flare. I'm the one you need to worry about. Ready to take the heat off you, Commander. Just say when. Dismiss with the howdy you
Not to question the gift, but I need a lot more personnel around for a lab of this size. Where is it?
Attention IRC staff. Please head inside for an important announcement from the console. Attendance is mandatory.
Be more surprised if it was optional. At least that explains where everyone went.
Investigating. Continuing investigation.
Listen, my man. Hey, got a distraction for you. Give the order and I'll take care of him.
Now's not really the time for a chat. You need something? All right, but we best do this quick.
Due to an anomalous event, the interstitial hall and exhibition tower is off limits for the foreseeable future to any and all non-essential personnel. All requests to view the prototype rift anomaly modulator are hereby suspended for the time being. Please direct all further queries and study petitions to the lead researcher's office.
Subjects, listen well. Days ago, our beloved sovereign, in his infinite wisdom, submitted at his command, I, Emery Thoreau, Now I address you today not as the consul, nor even as your new leader, which I am, but as a simple man. But I cannot do it alone.
The Sovereign's a downright dove compared to the consul.
Not a time for that.
This is gonna be bad for everyone.
It is a time.
I smell regicide. The Sovereign's certainly dead.
Sovereign. So dry those. As I call upon you to stand tall with renewed zeal.
Aggressor at hand.
We will finish.
Ready to waste it. On your command.
Ammunition to put. They cover. The Protectorate.
Enemy approximating in our vicinity, Commander.
Trust the plan. Preserve set progress.
Invasion!
Recharge grenade!
Ammunition depleted!
Give the order and I'll take care of it, Commander.
Steady eye above!
Flushed him out.
Target is taking
Come
lead.
upon me unawares. You will answer.
Restoring the balance!
It's calling to us. There's something inside it that wants to come out. You can all hear that, right?
Contentment!
Each a vital cog.
They really just left the modulator out in the open.
Let's say we avail ourselves of their forces.
High priority alert. The prototype rift modulator has been removed without proper authorization. Lockdown initiated.
to the unsubtle thief. Yes, you with the rift modulator. It's not every day that someone is fool enough to break into the Interstitial Reconfiguration Center. I'd be obliged if you would regale me with the tale of how you managed to get this far. Prototype modulator. Well, there will be time to scrutinize every angle of this breach at a later date. Once no matter.
Unfriendly company.
Replenishing my firearm.
Sharpen up. Hostile.
Both eyes open. Crawling, prance, and shimmy to your heart's reasonable abandon? Temperament can hide in sight. Again, foreign agent!
You suppose there's been another incident? Like the one with the Sovereign?
No. It seems we may have been intruded upon during the Consul's announcement. I heard it from one of Valancourt's men. An outsider, apparently. Violent.
How ghastly. Well...
Bettering position!
Let us reconvene!
Refilling my...
Wrist weapon prime!
His beneficent guidance! There!
Nothing in range.
My family's wise counselor for more years than I have drawn breath, Emery. But that does not grant you the right to challenge my will.
Why, I challenge nothing. I simply offer guidance where I may. I've neither the wish nor the strength to usurp your authority.
I know you have designs on my rift research. What I cannot understand is what you intend to do.
These quarters are awful, but
what exactly
makes me wonder what
plotting?
Valancourt might be hiding here.
Becoming, Henry. And restoring Arcadia from the Splendors is my sole aim, as it should be yours. Yet you remain intent to use the rift for the most tenuous of means.
You forget yourself, Consul. Pray, I do not forget all the loyal service you have given me, or you might lose more than just your standing in my affections.
Let me know when you needed a stretch.
Take a gander. All subjects prosper under the guidance. magnificent ruler.
I'll find my next victim.
That's something.
Now that you have the Rift modulator, any previously inaccessible rift could be worth revisiting. Rifts may contain useful equipment and resources. However, due to the chaotic nature of reconstitution, some creative problem solving may be required in reaching them.
See, that's... Let's pinpoint what you and I can accomplish for the Order. Is the one you first arrived here with among them, I wonder? Rude enough to ask, but one never knows. You've proven yourself well, but we have recently experienced a pivotally important, unforeseen development. One I must meet directly. Can I count on you? One of the satellites comprising the Hyperion web was struck by a wayward craft and crashed on Paradise Island. I need someone to recover an informational component from it. I hope your zeal is properly placed. I cannot collect the data from the crashed site and return it here. May the
I'll admit,
Always. Just think about all those posters of the pair of them that don't meet. The Sovereign's misfortune is our gain, as far as I'm concerned. The console might be projecting strength, but by my reckon, Protectorate's more unstable now than ever before. Oh yeah? What's needling you? When I first got assigned to, I've come to respect you, Commander. Not just as a leader, but as a, well, as a friend, too. I'm glad to hear it. It was just me, not to get too maudlin, but I'm used to losing the people who mean the most to me. I just want you to know I'm not gonna let that happen this time. It's a deal then. Anyway, that's all I wanted to say. This can be a thankless job sometimes. Didn't want you going a day longer. Given how entrenched the Protectorate are here, we ought to consider a strategy. Crossing our fingers.
Not a bad idea, though I don't.
Is a fellow subject lacking the appropriate seal for their assigned work? Mental refreshment post-haste. It's not just a good idea, it's the law. Distracted?
Yeah.
Daydreaming on the job? Mental refreshment centers are there to help you. You are the raw material.
Professor Ostergaard making a mess of things again.
Our enemies envy our prosperity, disdain our sense of community. They sneer at our contentment.
Prudence dictates we reject individualism in all its many forms.
Enemy.
Contact reassigned. Giving disrupted.
Top two, but I'm not ready.
Go for multiplication.
Feeling distracted? Oppression centers are there to help. Don't risk falling prey to imperfect thoughts. Go now.
We repel invasive elements.
Looks like the work of scavengers. Find them, you find the missing part. Someone tapping into the power here?
That was definitely something.
Yeah.
Walk all over there, huh?
Unfriendly nearby.
Don't like the sound of that at all.
Mobilizing.
Ain't recharged!
Mitigating the threat. Taking the fight out of them.
Ready to take the heat off, Commander.
Vitals critical. Don't become a statistic, Commander. Passes her out. Get it while it's energized.
Explosion imminent!
Multiplicator at ready status.
Talk about a feat industrial. The scale alone. Stick close, Commander. Wouldn't want you wandering off and getting lost.
Caduceus not detected. Entry kindly, yet firmly declined.
Oh, what was in those rations? Oh, not again.
Yeah.
Oh, will this gastric nightmare never cease? Oh. No need for violence. I yield. I am the Archive's current... I still have trouble saying that. Certainly. If you have cleared... I would pass the Caduceus on to you. In exchange for... By all rights, I should fight... No. Capitulation, I can... stomach. All right. Here, you are now operator of the Archive. Congratulations. Be warned. You may find it a temperamental machine. Some maintenance may be required. Is there a protector of the house?
Might be hard to believe, but 20 or so for many years now, a former colleague of mine's been in a remote. Her research was undue
Caduceus detected. Alternative operator postulated. Concluded. Organizing replacement. Greetings, sentient. Welcome to the Archive. I am ENIAC, the Universal Equation Numeric Integrate. With the aid of my operator, I, a non-sentient inorganism, marshal vast computational effectively. My tone and demeanor are carefully constructed. My express programmatical purpose is to optimize profits, i.e. gain over expense, to maximize the needs of to attract the most.
Is it broken?
Beg your pardon. How may I best facilitate your efforts? Perusing content, an impressive accumulation of rift data. Similar in composition, though decidedly not in scope. To that information with the potential to offer unique commercial opportunities. But why simply huck goods better? What is the aim of your query? The previous operator, Assessor Ostergaard of the Protectorate, pursued a like query 1 year, 6 days ago. Though the amount you've provided is several orders of magnitude larger. To perform similar calculations of larger scale at current suboptimal levels of functionality would require
25.7 years, and any job over 2 decades is billed by the hour.
Calculatory processing presently hovers around 49.7% capacity due to internecine conflict, misuse, and a lack of technical prowess by recent operators and their associates. In order to improve calculatory processing of rift data in a timely manner, repairs must be made to address the damage done by Protectorate and Anti's Choice operators. I am afraid that no is a mathematical certitude, despite the Protectorate and Anti's Choice best efforts to prove otherwise. No must say I am unlocked. Cold storage will repairing. Why is that optional? Our continued existence should be a paramount concern. Return later to discuss the remaining subsystem work, and soon everything will be running like clockwork. It is difficult to accurately ascribe some attempts by non-order operators to reprogram my when I yet with their care.
Our potential allies in the Order would not.
Some attempts by non-order operators to the sum total of all our inverting any protectorate still on the ground level is
Cab up.
Every one of my 14 occupationally honed threat detecting instincts is screaming for caution right now.
Let me know when you need a distraction.
Before it discharges. I'll say this from my colleagues in the Order. We certainly thought big with the archive. progress. Locking them down.
I'm the one you need to worry about. Combat.
Efficiently and
Men ready. Exposure. Undermanning.
that's what the cause. Securing the battle.
They dropped out of sight!
Ratcheting up my aggression. Likelihood of them having a chance there was slim enough.
To retrieve key data in cold storage in its present state requires a series of manual overrides.
I believe the technical term for this is glaciating. Not the worst way to go.
Please do leave me in peace. There is nothing you could say that is interesting enough to interrupt my work.
Data brick identified. Proceed to the cartridge extractor controls. There, perform a manual override to allow extraction.
What? What just happened? I didn't do... Wait! You out there! What did you just... Please, come talk to me. I must know what you did. What in the name of the matriarch we've been trying to... What did you do? You and it... What does it do? How does it work? Please, tell me everything. Truly? Why, if that were to enact... Oh, I've been working... It is my hope that... Wait, what did you do? What happened to my patients? Why have they been shattered?
Investigating hostile intentions. Standing by to supervise.
Guard, watch it low. Get the stick.
There be none.
Temperature
Locking them down. Suffered extensive damage to them.
Without error. Perpetual.
Hostile in proximity.
Sustain the system. Proceeding to attack.
Name? How did you get in here? Don't...
Sovereign, forgive me. All I saw was an endless sea of snarling order traders pouring into the facility, and in that moment, My faculties desperately scrabbled to save ourselves. In my terror, I recalled the facility's safety briefing and the dire warnings of the fire suppression system. Suddenly, my body rushed into action without the benefit of my wits. And with no thought for my fellows, I triggered the system, horrifically transmuting every person on the outside of a pressure door
Combatant observed.
into a group.
Resorting to violence.
Sacrifices subjects in defense of the protectorate. It would be a despicable lie to say my chosen.
Praetor is charged.
Ready to take the heat off you, Commander. Just say when.
Get ready. Mitigating the threat.
Seek out Sentinel. Confess my transgressions and accept retribution. And I'll do so.
Commander, throwing energy your way.
I just need my spine to re-stiffen a bit first.
Prudence dictates. Eye your neighbors carefully. Hey there.
Hostilities are afoot.
Liquored up on artificial flavors.
You try to limit further damage.
Zeb always wanted to bring change to Arcadia, like you and I are doing.
Initiated. Proceed to the rail operations platform to reposition brick for export. Note, Protectorate troops have become alerted.
Resorting to violence.
Expungement. Go through them if necessary.
Gun weapon ready, Commander. Enemy moving into harm's way. Capacitor deployed. Free energy if you can reach it. No combatant on my scope. Multiplicator at ready status.
There be none. Locking them down. Deployed. Free energy if you can reach it.
Give the order and I'll take care of it, Commander.
Data brick now in position for export to the archive. Initialize the final transport command at the data gateway station nearby.
You are one step closer to flooding Arcadia with untold business opportunities.
Appears the only way forward is to skitter across like ungainly children.
Another intolerable destruction!
Got a distraction for you.
Go for fortification. Commander, throwing energy your way. Give self-preservation a priority.
there. The storage brick is on its way.
I'll say this from my colleagues in the Order. We certainly thought big with the archive.
Been meaning to ask you, Marisol. Back when we first met, you said something about me seeming sad. What was that about?
Call it intuition, if the unscientific nature of the term doesn't irk you. Was I correct?
Sure, I can get a little ruminative, but so what if I get caught up in the past? Who doesn't find themselves returning to the same old stories, hoping for a different ending?
Dear, I don't want to call attention to it, but each word you just spoke was sadder than the last. Proceeding to attack!
Ready to waste. On your command.
Short on targets at the moment.
Unready. Purification in progress.
The passes are out. Get in for the energize.
Disturbance detected. Source uncertain.
Mobilizing.
System
Alas, not God.
I'm the one you need to worry about.
Energy caps are out. Energy is up for grabs. Vitals are in the red, Commander. Hostilities are afoot. Can't attack what's not there.
Guns locked and loaded. Let's get the signal.
I'll handle this. Locking them down. Tubification in progress. Capacity unit.
Let me know when you need it to stretch.
status detected. You are cleared to enter system. Be advised that an anti-stress field manager is present and unaccounted for.
Capacitors are out. Get it while it's energized.
Give the order and I'll take care of him, Commander.
Standing by to stupefy. Ratcheting up my aggression. Commander, throwing energy your way. Torpificator is charged. Protectorate engineers. Reckon they didn't repair much. Pump mechanism needs repair. Any tools lying around? Resorting to violence. Investigating hostile intentions. Deployed. Free energy if you can reach it.
Let me know when you need a distraction.
Capacitor unit away. Recharge before it discharges. Hostilities are afoot. Energy capacitor out. Energy is up for grabs.
Reading that manual told me everything I need to know about regulation of the Archive's temperature flow. Now my crabbles are adapting to the warm waters. Such a pity that the Archive and the Crabbles cannot coexist in the same ecosystem. But the Crabbles need me.
Mobilizing.
That babbling terminal can look after itself.
Mitigating the threat. There be none.
Guns, locked and loaded. Give the signal.
Looks like it needs a fuse. A specific kind. I'll handle this. Need to finish recharging first.
Over here! Three hole in the head!
Ratcheting up my aggression. Mobilizing. Standing by, taking the fight out of them, locking them down. day for a coup, dear. Suppose you can ask. Now to activate the...
Thermal transfer is fully operational. Later, when I process your data, I will not come down. Proceed back toward the arc. Archive Central Interface, while I assemble additional instructions.
Preserve said progress. Stay in the system.
Cold storage is operational, and your efforts there are satisfactorily complete. I am unsealing access to the...
Punch processing may require the...
I have unlocked...
Where next? Punch card processing or the reactor?
down there? Are they after us next? No need to fret.
Investigating hostile intentions. Unready.
Paris!
And here I'd worried our data brick wouldn't arrive.
I'll handle this.
Ready to take the heat off you, Commander. Just say when.
Commander, throwing energy your way. Still recharging.
Warlock couldn't hit the broadside of a frame.
Proceeding to attack.
With punch card processing re-enabled, now you must disperse the written processing.
Looks like we could ride this down if we get it moving.
Ratcheting up my aggression.
Hostilities are afoot.
Many ways to die. We'll finish recharging first. Done, weapons.
Ready to wait. On your command.
Still recharging. They're been numb.
Things take time, Commander. Hey, got a distraction for you.
I sense the Rift program flowing through my subsystems. The information is quite stimulating. All that remains is to restore the archive reactor. The archive reactor requires manual maintenance. The Protectorate bunker mech is a formidable obstacle.
Back to it.
Made with the very best technology.
A creative workaround might be of considerable worth, namely via the reactor's backup security systems.
Seems we've the
Reactor
choice of
fire
adjusting the
suppression
turret
system
settings or
online.
ceiling reinforcement doors. Either's fine by me.
Open caches for health supplies or weapons. Could enable that fire suppression system we saw earlier.
Reactor turret defenses online. Emergency first aid cache unsealed. Emergency first aid cache sealed. Reactor turret defenses offline.
You there! State your business. Agitators! Cocked up on sugar, no doubt.
Let me know when you need a distraction.
Capacitor deployed. Free energy if you can reach it.
Bunkerman, get ready.
Locking them down.
It is a privilege.
The cats are out.
It is a privilege
To die for the cause.
Investigating hostile intentions.
Bettering position.
That's fine. Don't make me confiscate your weapon.
Requisite tasks complete. Return to the Archive Central Interface to initiate processing. Welcome back, Sentient. Now that you've returned,
Bring every single last bit.
make the paradigm real. Workarounds.
Look, we need to resolve this, or we'll never get that.
Priority control.
The priority control access nook must be through those doors.
Multitude diversiform, spongiform, waveforms, oscillating, cantankerously.
Benevolent oversight. The
Dream of belonging. The allure of security and plenty. Radical divergences from the architect's plan. Humanity's ascendance hopelessly delayed. Unplanned variables increasing. Major correction. Hold on now. Remember, I am a full-service business collaborator. I do it all. Marketing and PR strategy, advert copy, and jingles. Nanofish, it's the manner which you'll consume fatty acids and potassium. A unique taste sensation makes you say ew, yum. Start now, and I'll waive dozens of hidden maintenance fees. Think of all the bits we could make. You drive a hard bargain. All right, 40-60 split of net profits. I'd offer more, but I have a moon to maintain. What do you say, partners? Be advised, your present course of action. I could process your data faster than the others. Think of humanity. Your oafish blundering will delay its ascendance. Stop and consider. Knew you'd come around. Why? You don't want your rivals to win now, do? Vandalism, sabotage, wanton defacement. Halt this foolishness immediately, or run the risk of unspeakable ire. All I ever wanted was the best for us and the worst for everybody else. Is that really so bad? Priority recoupled. Knew you'd come around. Knew you'd come around. Knew you'd come around. Restoring power. Commencing systems audit. Calculatory processing increased substantially. Competing priorities. Successfully expunged. Thank you for choosing the problem-list priority set to address your needs. Customer loyalty is among our top 10 paramount concerns. Ready to begin processing your Rift data. Just awaiting your approval. You being the boss and all.
Time to process the Rift data.
Should we get on with this then? Commencing the In the meantime, I have an important talk. You know, maybe you realize you answered a question. I'm absolutely certain I can work with that. The Rift, Now, as a bonus for your help, I have now. In usefuler news, until next time.
Well, we could keep exploring Cloister, see if we find anything useful. Or we could head back to the ship and see where this data leads us.
Thank Lord.
enigmatic mirage or baleful apparition. I thought I would...
21.
A few? Right. But I am...
See...
Nope. Charmed, I'm sure. So nice to see Mary.
Yes. Had your work continued, I believe we'd have remained... It was a mistake. I... miscalculated.
If not for you, my research was dangerous.
Hold on.
I calculated what might occur if my work... I understand how that sounds, but I have spent years...
Come on. The order
of all...
You're asking me to infiltrate...
I foresee... Oh, yes, I'll stay put here. That seems exceedingly well.
If it isn't my favorite collaborator. I thought I said we shouldn't be seen together. You did sharpen my pencil, so I'll put in a word with my associates in exchange for my help, however. I want you to... We do work. Return here...
This unit requests your presence in the cockpit
to discuss a priority matter.
A significant Horizon Point station has reappeared. Well-present data does not calculate. However, before navigating that failure to make proper preparation...